When I asked ChatGPT to expand on micro-fortifications, it gave me collapsible barriers, swarm entrenchments, and hybrid dugout barricades. You can only see so many hybrid thingamabobs before you start to wince. These were examples, but they were not yet a strategy. Of the three, collapsible barriers were the most central, most tangible, and least influenced by statistical drift. Their defining function was rapid deployability and teardown, set up, dismantled, and reused during caravan halts. A wall that moves, easy to assemble and low cost to abandon when necessary. Choke points changed the terrain. Narrow streets, alleyways, corridors, doorways, debris fields, ridgelines. A zombie horde's numerical advantage collapses when it has to approach basically one at a time. The barrier does not defend by stopping zombies, it keeps them at a relatively safe distance, forces them to pause, climb, funnel, and gives the defender a predictable strike window. It is a weapon amplifier, not a wall. Now weapons were selected by the environment rather than culture or genre. A spear works through the barrier, taking advantage of the temporary distance it creates. It keeps you out of grappling distance, creates no noise, needs no ammunition, and is easy to maintain. Maces and clubs are for anything trying to climb over. Combat and environment collapse into one minimal system: choke point, collapsible barrier, spear. It is the smallest defensive shape that does not violate mobility. Then I asked the question that actually mattered. If ChatGPT had all of these ingredients earlier, why could it not identify this kernel level logic from the beginning? Throughout the thread, ChatGPT kept trying to preserve every category: guns, melee, traps, hybrid weapons, siege, mobile defense. Its output was organized around balanced coverage, not optimization. Before the kernel could appear, geometry, scarcity, and mobility had to align. Narrow geometry suppresses distance. Scarcity makes firearms fragile. Mobility turns permanent fortification into a trap. Defense has to become modular, temporary, repeatable, and easy to abandon. Then the false attractors had to go. Firearms keep distance alive. Symbolic weapons blur the functional spine. Biological hybrids and cinematic zombie tropes are semantically coherent, but not practical. So I stopped asking for more ideas and started asking, what breaks first? What was erased? What survives under pressure? What re-emerges despite contradiction? Those questions force weak branches to collapse, then force the system to rebuild from what remains. History was the reality check. Trench warfare does not prove zombie tactics, but it shows what happens when sightlines, maneuver, distance, and supplies collapse. The geometry starts selecting the fight. That is the point. ChatGPT did not lack the ingredients, but it could not converge on their functional relationship on its own. It gives you a field of possibilities, but constraint testing is needed to strip out the unstable branches until one pressure-stable kernel remains: choke point, collapsible barrier, spear. The full video shows the whole collapse and rebuild process.